Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're doing something a little different. It's not exactly an open the box. I call it what's on the printer. Alright, so this is a print and play game. This is called Until the Bitter End, Tanks, Battle of the Bulge. It is designed and the artwork is by Matt White. Okay, so it is again a print and play game, so I thought I'd show it to you. I just got it I'd say maybe a week and a half ago. I had to free up a spot on my table here. This is the Until the Bitter End rule versions 1.1, 22 pages altogether, and it's got a game components and then the description, of course, of everything. And we have our counter designs and the way they use them on the boards. And then this is actually, he's designed it as both a two-player game and a one-player. So you have the two-player rules, which are specific to the two-player game. And so when we get back here, you go into actually on page 13, so halfway through, you start with the solitaire game rules and solitaire game setup. So that makes it a handy little deal. I don't really have to read 22 pages of rules. It's more like 13 or 12 pages, 10 maybe. Solitaire game turn sequence, player, armor, counter activations, move action, solitaire. So you can see there's some, a lot of his artwork is on here, and it's really nice artwork that he does. Range, line of sight, cover, roll to hit. Okay. Smoke action, snap fire action, hold downs, AI, armor, counter activation, solitaire, on fire phase. All right, we'll get to the end of that. So that's the rules, not real long. I've played one of his other Until the Bitter End games, so I expect the rules are going to be very similar. I like this, the Battle of the Bulge. I wanted to give it a try. Then we have the Until the Bitter End scenarios. So again, same thing. You're going to have two-player scenarios and the solitaire scenarios. So they start with the two-player scenario introductions. And then it is, let's see, there's 9, 11. So there's 11 two-player scenarios. And then he goes into the solitaire, can't talk tonight, solitaire scenarios. So we have the introductions, and then scenario 1, firefight, capture the high ground in the valleys. And of course you see this terrain, a lot of it winter terrain. Okay, so there are 7 solitaire scenarios. Right. Then we have the counter sheets. I printed these off. I got to cut them out. Here's you have your Shermans, the M5 Stewarts, the M4 AE8, M10s, M36 Jacksons, Sherman 76, M10s, same ones. And then we have the Panzer IV, the Panther, let's see, Panthers, Jagdpanther, Jagdpanzer, Stug, Tiger 2s. Okay, so there's your Germans. We have a lot of the miscellaneous counters that we're going to use. So control, hold down, burning wreck. Of course, these are one-sided. The turns, all your markers, smoke. And we have the U.S. markers, the German markers, bravery point, snap fire, shaken. And then when he gave us, there was a armor counter detail sheet. This PDF details out any special rules for all the armor counters. So on the M5 Stuart, there's an evade special rule. For the Jagdpanther, and Stug, there's a fixed gun, so it's only for the line of sight to the front. And then the Tiger II is heavy, so he rolls when you move him, and this counter can get stuck because of the soft terrain or the mud, and he has weight or poor suspension. So this is special rules that go with your battle. The one thing you're not going to see are the maps, okay, because Matt provides the map file, and in that I can print them off as individual sheets, then cut them out, tape them together, and make the sheets. Or he gives us the file that you can print out the whole map as one sheet. And he said you could print that up to 150% on the size, and it will give you bigger hexes for your counters. And I think I'm going to try that and see how it works. So, but as you can see on all the examples, you know, just like this one here, it's that winter color. You have trees, you have hills and roads and all those different kinds of terrain. So once I get that done, now you might say, well, why would you want to print it bigger? Well, you can see here the way the orientation of the counter is supposed to be. He's showing you the proper way. It actually hangs over, the corners actually hang outside the hex, and I'm hoping to get it a little bit bigger so they'll be inside the hex. Okay, the final thing I'm going to show you is, so you look at this, and it's up to you how you want to do it. Of course, we cut these out, and then we have the counters. I printed mine on cardstock, so feeds right through my printer. It makes it a little stiffer. I like that, but I like them to have something that I can grip with. In the past, I used wood blocks that I buy off of Amazon, but now that I'm 3D printer available, I'm going to print off my own counter, similar to the size of the wood block, except it's plastic, so it's a little lighter. And as you can see here, it fits exactly to the counter. So I'm going to cut one of these out, probably one of my extra pieces over here, make sure they fit when I cut them out. Or if I need to stretch this out, maybe, you know, a millimeter or something more on the square, and then I'm going to print them off. So it's really be slick and easy, and then I can just glue the counter right on there, and I have a nice little homemade counter that way. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm looking forward to doing that little, I always call this my arts and crafts projects when I start on one of these print and play games. Some people don't like to print and play. I don't mind it. I don't find that it burns up that much ink, especially if I'm not going to do the maps where you really use up a lot of color. And like I said, I think I'll go and see if I can't get those made like at Staples or somewhere like that, where they'll print stuff like that for you. Okay, so the game is Until the Bitter End, Tanks, Battle of the Bulge, Matt White 2025. And this is game 3 of his armored fighting vehicle games. So I think I have number 1 and number 3 right now. So I like his games. They're challenging for sure, but at the same time, they're not overly complex. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And as always, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and you know, get the maps made, and we'll get the counters put together, and then we can have a run through on this. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.